Question number 1. Combine like terms and simplify. So we have negative 8.689 plus 4.286 x minus 12.498 minus 11.956 x and plus 30.861 x. Let me double check. 689 plus 4.286x minus 12.498, 11.956x, and plus 30.861x. Okay, we are good. So we are going to combine like terms. So where we have like terms, this one, and then x with all x's. Just so you know, like terms, okay, just let me in that case, since I'm going to talk a little bit about like terms, let me take a step back and go over what like term is about. All right, let's assume I have 3x and 4x. Those are like terms because both of them have one variable, and that is x. Okay, what does that mean if we have a like term? What this will give us? We can add, we can subtract. Okay, next, if I have 3 and 4x, so this is like term. If I have 3 and 4x, it's not a like term because one term has x, another term doesn't have x. Okay, let me move this one. Okay, not a like term. If I have, let's say, 3 and 4, those are like terms because I can add them and subtract them. Next, let's say I have, for example, 5xy and take something else. Take 9yx. Are they like terms? Well, let's check. I have x times y, and I have here y times x. Now, you tell me 2 times 3 or 3 times 2. Does it make any difference? No. Which means those two are like terms, right? You can add, you can subtract. Why I'm not bringing up multiplication division for? Because for multiplication division, these terms do not have to be like term or not like term. We can multiply whatever. Okay. Next, if I have, let's say, 4x squared y, and I have negative, for example, 6 y squared x, are they like terms? No, they are not a like term. Why? Because our x is squared. Here degree 1 and here is degree 2. My y is degree 1, here y is degree 2, which means if the variables are the same, they have to have the same degree also. Okay? So you can combine them. Next, if I have, for example, 6 x cubed y, and 7 yx cube. They are like terms because in both cases x has cube. In both cases y has degree 1. So this is y. Both of them have degree 1. And this is x cube. Here is also x cube. Okay, this is how we recognize. Therefore, back to our example, all terms that available, they don't have any x or any other variable, they are like terms, and I underlined with wavy sign at the wavy line. And the terms that have x, I underlined with double lines. So what does that mean? Now we can add this at the like terms. Let's see. Negative 8.689, and we have negative, okay, negative 8.689, negative 11.95, no, negative 12.498. Both of them are negative, which means what? I'm going to add, because negative and negative give us positive, right? But the sign stays negative. Whoever doesn't remember, go to the video and I'll place the reference how to use template for addition subtraction. Okay, so result is gonna be negative, right? Sign is gonna be negative because both of them are negative, but the truth is I have to add both of them. 11, look, I have to line up based on this decimal point, and it's going to be here, oops, 12. By some reason I keep going towards 11 and 956. So 12, 9, 8. All right, so let's add. 9 plus 8, 17, 1 in mind. 8 plus 9, 17, and this one will be 18. So we still have 1 in mind. 6 plus 4 is 10, and 1 will be 11, and 1 in mind. Decimal point keep here. 8 plus 2 is 10, and 1 will be 11, 1 in mind. And we have here 1, and 1 will be 2. Negative 21.187. Okay, now let's take care of x's. We have positive 4.286x, we have negative 956x, and we have positive 3861x. I recommend first to take care of both positive x's, right? That will be 4.286x and 30.861x. Okay, both of them are x's, so when I'm adding, I don't need them. So let me add. And again, remember, again, I lined up a decimal notation there. 6 plus 1 is 7. 8 plus 6 is 14, 1 in mind. 2 plus 8 is 10, and 1, 11, 1 in mind again. Decimal notation point. 4 plus 0 is 4, and 1 will be 5, and here is 3. So 35, positive 35, and 147. Okay, now we have here negative 11.956. So we have positive and negative, which means we are going to subtract period. And sign is going to be the sign of bigger number, which is 35. So I'm going to put plus and subtract 35 minus, clean this, minus 956. 7 minus 6 is 1. 14 minus 5 is 9. Here we have left 0, right? So borrowing 1 more from this 5 will be 10 minus 9 is 1. Here is left 4, right? Because we borrowed. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 minus 1 is It's going to be plus 23.191 and x. All right? And that's all. Next question. Question number 2. Negative 5.32 plus 5.7675, I'm sorry, 75y minus 7.76 minus 0.11y. Okay, like terms. This one with this, because both of them available terms. This is with y, this is with y. Well, let's see what's going to happen. So, negative 5.32 and negative 7.76. The result is going to be negative, but we are going to add them. 5.32 and 7.76. So let's add 2 plus 6 is 8, 3 plus 7 is 10, 1 in mind. 5 plus 7, 12, and this one will be 13. So negative 13.08. Next one. It's going to be 5.75 minus 0.11. Since 5.75 is bigger number, so it's going to be positive, but because we have positive and negative number, we are going to subtract with no hesitation. So 5.75 minus 0.11. 15 minus 1 is 4. Here is 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. And 5 minus 0 is 5. It's going to be plus 5.54. Next one. Number 3, 46.2 x plus 47.5 minus 26.8 and minus 21.2. Okay, like term with this like term, right? X with X is available with available. So I have X, I have 46.2 minus 26.8. I need to subtract. And since 46 is bigger number than 26, right? Absolute value. And it's positive, so it's going to be positive. So 46.2 minus 26.8. So 12 minus 8, 4. Here is left 5. 15 minus 6, it's going to be 9. Decimal points put here. Okay, and here left 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. 19.4x. Next, 47.5, 21.2. You need to subtract. 47.5 minus 21.2. 5 minus 2 is 3. 7 minus 1 is 6. 4 minus 2 is 2. So it's going to be plus 26.3. Next, question number 4. $11.5 x plus 47.8 minus 22.8x and minus 44 0.1. Okay, like terms? And we have 11.5, negative 22.8. So 22.8 is a bigger number, so result is going to be negative. And now we need to subtract because one is positive, one is negative. So we get 22.8 minus 11.5. 8 minus 5 is 3. 2 minus 1 is 1. Here is 11.3. 11.3x. Next. 47.8 and negative 44.4. So the result is going to be positive because 47 is bigger, but we need to subtract because one is positive, one is negative. So 47.8 minus 44.1. 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. Here is 0. So we get 3.7. Next question. Number 5. Okay, what do we have? Negative 3.7 minus negative 1.3. Okay, so here we have addition and subtraction of numbers with negative sign and all around negative sign, and plus we have negative sign in front of parentheses. So what is going to happen? Every time you have negative sign in front of parentheses, it's going to flip every single sign within parentheses. For example, if I have, let's say, 3x minus negative 5 plus 7x minus 3z plus 4 y and minus 7 7f. So that's going to be equal 3x. Since negative sign in front of parentheses, then it's negative 5 become positive 5. Positive 7x become negative 7x. Negative 3z become positive 3z. Positive 4y become negative 4y. And negative 7f become positive 7f. Okay? That's what I was trying to explain. So let's go back to our problem, and it is gonna be negative 3.7 plus 1.3. We have positive, negative. We need to subtract, and since 3.7 is bigger number, so we're gonna put negative number. 3.7 minus 1.3 is equal 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. So it's going to be negative 2.4. Okay? Number 6. Oops. Negative 205.5 minus 68.08. Okay, here we have both of them are negative, so we're going to add, and sign is negative. And again, I will put at the end of the screen, I will put the video when it's going, covering step by step addition, subtraction of integers. Okay, so both of them negative, that means we need to add 205.5 plus 68. See, I'm making sure decimal notations are these dots, so they will be lined up one after another. And 0, 8. So if I add, this 8 stays here, 5. That 5 plus 8 is 13, 1 in mind. Here is 0 plus 6 is 6, and 1 is 7, 273 and 68. All right. Number 7. Okay. We have negative 3.9 minus negative 2.5. So what do we have? Negative sign in front of parentheses. So if I open, it's going to be negative 3.9 plus 2.5. Okay, so 3.5, 2.5, 3.9 is a bigger number, so it's going to be negative sign. And but because they are different sign, these numbers, we need to subtract 3.9 minus 2.5. So 9 minus 5 is 4, 3 minus 2 is 1, negative 1.4. Okay, question number 8. We have negative 205.4 minus 49.07. Okay, both numbers are negative. That means result is going to be negative. And we are going to add when same sign. So 205.4, 49, full dot, 07. So if I add, here is 7, here is 4. 5 plus 9 is 14, 1 in mind. 0 plus 4 is 4, and 1 is going to be 5, and here is 2. So it's going to be 254.47. Okay. Next, number 9. Negative 0.008 plus 0.091. So signs are different. We are going to subtract. But which number is bigger? It's going to be this number because it has only one zero, but here 0.008. It has two zeros. That means 0.008 is smaller than 0.091. And because 0.091 is positive, so result is going to be positive, right? But because signs have different signs, so we need to subtract 0.091 minus 0.008. So 11 minus 8 is 3. Here will be left 8. This is 8. And that's it. Here is 0, here is 0. So it's going to be 0.083. Number 10, negative 0.006 plus 0.094. Okay, so negative, positive, we are going to subtract, and 0.094 is bigger than 0.006 because here we have less zeros, right, after decimal point. Right after decimal point. If it's after 9 or 4, it doesn't matter. When we are looking at less zeros right after decimal the point. So, and that number, the less zeros it has, the greater the number is. So it's going to be positive, right? Although we don't need to put positive, I just put so you can see. And two numbers, one is positive, one is negative. That means we are going to subtract. Minus 0.006. 14 minus 6 is 8. Here we have left 8, 88. This is 0, this is 0. So 0.088. Let me clean this to positive sign. We don't have to have it. Question number 11. 50.2 minus 500. Well, this is interesting. 500 is bigger than 50 and it's negative. Therefore, we put negative sign. So, and because one is positive, one is negative, we need to subtract. So 500 minus 50, see, because we have 500 point is here. So I have to write down here at the point, and then the best way, let me show you, the best way, you lined up here your decimal point, right? And then you go 0, 5, and then to the right you write down decimal notation 2. That is the right way to do. I'm just already used to it, so I already know where it will go. So 10 minus 2 is 8, right? We borrowed from here, will be 4. Here we'll have 9s left. So this is gonna be 9. 9 minus 5 is 4, and here is 4. 449.8. Negative 449.8. Question number 11. We are going to have 500.31 minus 178.44. Okay, so positive, negative, we are going to subtract, and 500 bigger than 178, so it's going to be positive. All right, 500.31. So let me write down in the proper order these numbers. Okay, decimal point I put here. Now there will be 8, 7, 1, and from here this 4 and 4. And we subtract. 11 minus 4 is 7. Here will be left 2. Borrowing one more time from this 5. 12 minus 4 is 8, right? Here left 9 and 9. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 7 is 2. Here is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. 321.87. Number 13. Let me clean this. Number 13, negative 8.08 plus 0.45. So negative 8, positive 0. So result is going to be negative, right? Because 8 is bigger than 0. But because we have plus minus, we are going to subtract 8.08 minus 0.45. So 8 minus 5 is 3. 10 minus 4 is 6. Here left 7. 7.63. Okay, question number 14. Let me clean this. 5.3 plus 0.07. 5.3 plus 0.07. So it's going to be 7. Here is going to be 3. Here is going to be 5. Is equal 5.37. Number 15. We are doing now multiplication. 7.44 times 8.2. Okay, how we're going to multiply? Let's do drafting. 7 point, first of all, I always, the number with less digits I put underneath. Okay, 8.2, there are 2 digits, 7.44, 3 digits. The number with less digits, put underneath always. It's easier, less multiplication. Okay, so what I'm doing, these two, first I start backwards. Start with the last number. So these two multiply this 4, and then 7. Let's do it. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times this 4 is 8. And 2 times 7 is 14. During the multiplication, we forget about decimal point. Next. 14. Okay. Let me clean this. Okay. Now this one, 8 multiplying by 4, and then by 7, right? It's going to be 8 times 4, 32, writing down 2. And by the way, we put, do one shifting to the left, okay? Always. There is a reason for that. 8 times 4 is 32, 3 in mind. And 8 times this 4, 32, and this 3 will be 35. So again, 3 in mind. 8 times 7, 56, and 3, 59. So now when we are adding, this 8 comes down. 8 plus 2 is 10, 1 in mind. 4 plus 5 is 9. And 1, it's going to be 10. Again, 1 in mind. 1 plus 9 is 10, and 1 will be 11. 1 in mind, and 5, and we get 6. Now, how we are going to bring back our decimal point? So 7.44 has 2 decimals, right? 8.2 has 1 decimal, so total 3 decimals. So from the end, because right now we have decimal right after end, we are coming back to the left by 3 decimals, total 3 decimals. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 61.008. Okay, next one. Let me see, number 16. We have 552.7 times 0.001. Well, when you have number like that, 0.001, you want to put, without hesitation, put that number underneath. Meaning you want to multiply by 0.001 and not vice versa. 0.001 times 552.7. Okay, let me show you. 552.7 times 0.001. When you do multiplication, position of decimal point doesn't play any role, okay? Because we are ignoring this decimal point. We drop them temporarily and just multiply 5527 multiplied by 1, which is going to be 5527. So at these numbers, decimal position is here. So how many total decimal positions we have? 1, 2, 3, and here is 1, 4. So I'm coming backwards 4 position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. So it's going to be 0.5527. 0.5527. Number 17. $953.77 times negative 0.01. Okay, same way, since no, here is interesting, plus and minus. When you do multiplication, plus times minus, it's going to be negative, always. And since we have here 0.01, so I'm writing down the same numbers, 95377, right? And decimal going to be right here. So let's count how many decimal notations we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm coming backwards 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. My decimal is going to be, let me write down, clean, so you would know negative 9.5377. Next, number 18, 8.8 times 0.52. Okay? So, equal. I'm going to put 8.8 times 0.52. Why did I put, although I said 3, the number with least, the less digits you put underneath, but you can say here 3, but 3 digits I put underneath, but 0 doesn't count because we are not going to multiply by 0. I'm going to multiply 52, so it's going to be same thing. 2 times 8 is 16, 1 in mind. 2 times 8 is 16, and 1 will be 17. Again, well, I don't have to keep in mind because there is no number anymore. 176. Next, 5 times 8 is 40. I always shift by 1 when I do multiplication. 5 times 8 is 40, 4 here. 5 times 8 is 40, and 4 will be 44. All right, so if I add them, 6, 7, 5, 4, point is here. How many decimal notations? 8 is 1, 1, 2. So total will be 3, coming back, 1, 2, 3. So the answer is going to be 4.576. Number 19. We have 28.33 times 0.01. So all I have to do, multiply by 1, which is going to be same number, 2833, and decimal notation is going to be here, right? Well, and then how many total decimal positions we have? 4, right? Both numbers have 2 decimal positions here, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's going to be 4, which means I'm taking position from here and go backward, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be 0.2833. Okay. Next, number 20. Okay, again, 43.65 times 0.001 this time. So it's still, since multiplied by 1, it's going to be 4365. Position is right here at the end. And how many decimal positions we have? 1, 2, 3 here, 4, 5. 5 decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. So 0, here is also 0. And the answer is going to be 0.04365. And 21. Let's solve 21. So we have a word problem. So let me see. I'm going to draw 2 circles. One is small one. This is 6 meters radius, and the other one is bigger one, twice as bigger. I don't know if it came out bigger, but it's gonna be radius 12 meters. Okay, we need to find circumference for each circle. So C1 equal question mark, C2 equal question mark. Okay, and okay, let's solve this question first. So circumference, formula for circumference is 2 pi r. Okay, so for r1 is 6 meters, r2 is 12 meters, which means circle 1 is equal 2 times, what is pi? Pi is a constant that is equal 3.13. Always, wherever in formulas you see pi. So that means C1 is equal 2 times pi is 3.14 and times 6. C2 is equal 2 times 3.14 times 12. So this one is going to be 2 times 6, it's going to be 12. Well, they don't open pi, they put, instead of multiply by 314, they put 12 pi, because this is equal pi anyway, right? 12 pi meters. In that case, exact is 12 pi, and approximate, let me see. So if you multiply 12 by 3.14, you are going to get approximate 37.68. Now, second one, if you put 2 times 12, it's going to be 24 pi. Let me put here pi, since we are not multiplying by 314, at least that's what they want us to do, the problem. Okay. So approximately 24 for each circles. Okay. So it's going to be 24 pi, and the approximate circumference for the larger circle, it's going to be 75.36, because you take 2.24 times 3.14, because that's pi is a constant, right? Okay, next, if the radius of circle is, that's question A. Question B. So, second question, if the radius of circle is doubled, is it corresponding circumference doubled? What is our formula for circumference? C times 2 pi r. Since all is multiplication, if you multiply radius by 2, doesn't that mean circumference also will be doubled? Multiply by 2? Yes. So the answer is going to be yes. If r is the radius of a circle, then in the formula for circumference of a circle with double its radius, the factor 2r is introduced instead of r. And this will cause the circumference of large circle to be twice the size of the circumference of the small circle with radius r. And that's all. I am done with problems. I solved 21 problems. I believe it's enough, right? So, and I'll see you in next video. Okie dokie. Pay attention at the end of the recording. I'll place template of addition, subtraction of integers, meaning numbers with sign, and multiplication and division of numbers with sign. Okay? Bye-bye.